Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to solve the exercise of unit number 13. The name of the unit is Monkey See, Monkey Do. We already done its comprehension, so let's move to the next. It's a challenge. What is the moral of this story? How can we use it in our daily lives? The moral of the story is that we should think before doing something others are doing. We can use this in our daily lives in many ways. For example, not playing a game which will make our clothes dirty because our friends are playing it. Part B is working with words. Learn to spell these words from the story. Use them in sentences of your own. Monkey, dozing, pajamas, scrambled, exactly. First word is monkey. Monkeys are much more powerful than human beings. Dozing. Zuhaib was dozing during the period of English. Pajamas. I was sleeping in my pajamas. Scrambled. The cat scrambled up the wall and reached the top in no time. Exactly. He was doing it exactly the same way I had asked him not to. The apostrophe, we use this mark, the apostrophe, to show that a letter is missing. Second, that something belongs to someone. Example, Azmia's a good girl. Azmia is a good girl. Shamir's sister is Azmia, the sister of Shamir. Change the underlined word, use an apostrophe. The face of the monkey. The monkey's face. The words of Mr. Khan. Mr. Khan's word. The giggles of the children. The children's giggles. The pajamas of Shamir. Shamir's pajamas. The cries of the men. The men's cries. Now answer this question about the story. Whose alarm sounded? Answer of this question is Shamir's alarm clock sounded. Next question is whose pajamas were stripped? Shamir's pajamas were stripped. Whose words made Azmia giggle some more? Shamir's words made Azmia giggle some more. Whose funny face made the monkeys make funny faces too? Shamir's funny face made the monkeys make funny faces too. Whose actions made the people stop and copy them? Mr. Khan's action made the people stop and copy them. Next question, say what the following stand for, then use them in sentences of your own. I have, I've eaten lunch. Can't, cannot, Ali can't swim. Don't, do not, my parents don't like bananas. Couldn't, could not, he couldn't pass the exams. There's nobody in the room. She's, she is, she has. She's gone to sleep. There, they are, they're playing football. Shan't, shall not, I shan't to go to the zoo. Listening and speaking, we usually write we are, they are, shall, she is, he is, I am, you are, I have, you have, we have, etc. But when we speak, we join the words. We are, there, she's, he's, I am, your, I have, you have, we, etc. Your teacher will tell you to do some actions and ask questions, give answers, usually the expression, using the expression given above. First is we are writing questions. Next is they are taking talking about holidays. She's hungry. He's reading jokes. I am living in Lahore. You are teaching English. I've put it in my bag. You have 10 pencils. We have lunch boxes, etc. Polite words. Make a list of the polite words and phrases used in the story. Think about when you would use them. Use the word and phrases in a short dialogue conversation of your own. For example, you are late for school, you knock on the classroom door, you and the teacher have a conversation. Use the polite expressions that you have found in the story. For example, you, may I come in, madam? She, yes, please. You, thank you, ma'am. She, don't mention it. You, will you kindly write my presence in roll call? She, pardon students. You, sorry madam, I am really very sorry. She, it's all right. You, thank you again. She, you are welcome.